Well, Tom, we just got done talking about all the groovy, either the decking or the different types of pavers or stamped concrete you have. Let's talk about the stuff that's might be on top of that. Top of the structures you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. We do a lot of custom structures.
Okay.
If it's tying to the back of the house and having it come out, that's an option. Doing a nice, peak structure with 4 posts, 6 posts. A lot of ideas. You could do metal roofs. We can do to match your shingles of your house. Did you say you're cold in the wintertime? Or we could put some nice heaters, a nice big screen TV to watch the Browns game.
That's nice. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I always like to sit outside. Everybody's trapped in the house. Why can't we bring the indoors out?
Well, let's talk about some of these. How big, how small do they get? What are they? I mean, are they? Is it just a 4 posts? Is it a?
I mean, it's made out of different. You want cedar, or you want regular wood. Okay. It basically comes down to a budget. It also comes down to the cities. The cities will tell me what I can build in your backyard. All right. You got to have so much green space. So that means basically you can't put this big structure in their backyard and only have this much green. Okay. So there's regulations. We have to follow each city's regulations.
Is that something you guys work with the city to make sure? Okay.
Yeah. So. One of the things is just making sure we're all up to code. Yeah. Making sure everything's flowing properly. I always like to start off with a 3D drawing. I got to turn it in a drawing for the city, so we might as well turn it into what you guys want in your backyards. That's nice. So you already know what I'm going to the city with.
So you do anything from gazebos, pergolas, decks?
Yes, absolutely.
Is there any kind of structure you guys don't do in terms of the outdoor living space?
I mean, if I can't do it, I have somebody that can help me. Yeah. I have a lot of peers or tradesmen that will help me get through. Okay. Let's say you wanted to build addition. All right, let's call him. We can do an addition. So, we always got to start from the ground up. So, I could be building the foundation. The guy that's building the addition, he's on standby till after we're done. Yeah. So, like I said, we can handle a lot.
What are the most popular types of structures that you guys do?
We've been doing a lot of cedar structures, basically 4 posts, nice tongue and groove ceilings with, lights. Yeah. Fans, spot for your TV. That's huge. Everybody likes to be outside watching TV. I do. I don't know about you. So I definitely, it's a good spot to be hanging out in. Yeah.
So you've got the structure and all that, whatever, it's a television. What about the lighting? You integrate lights into this too?
Absolutely. We could, for our decks, we can do, nice, steps with some lights in there. We can light up your posts. Another thing we can do is our structure, we can do a nice block work around our 4 posts and have accent light down. So you can see kind of where you're going at night. Yeah, and that's huge. Yeah. So
it serves a function, but it's also kind of dramatic too, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. How many times people are like, hey, Tom, I can't believe what this looks like during the day versus night. It's a totally different view.
Yeah, it adds a nice dimension to the house and everything.
Absolutely.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely. You always want depth because, dark's dark. Yeah. So once you put some lights and give you some depth, you're going to actually see more.
So if you're designing something for me, do you show me what it'll look like during the day and then also what it's going to look like at night?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we basically take our 3D drawing. Yeah. And actually, I'll send you a link from YouTube and you can actually walk through it and it basically goes around and you can actually see.
Actual animated 3D experience?
Yeah. You wanted a fireplace, you hear the fireplace cracking, you hear the birds chirping, then it kind of goes to dark to dim, then the lights come on at night.
Really nice.
So there's, once again, technology is the key.
Yeah. How long have you guys been using that? Been doing that?
The program?
Yeah.
Oh my, probably like 5-6 years.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's been around.
I bet it's real popular.
It is, and people always get sticker shocked at the price, but it's $500-600, but I got to turn it into a city somehow. So a lot of times let's just say you're doing the concrete, you're doing a structure. I'll say, you pay for the drawing up front, I'll take it off the bill at the end. That's one thing we've been doing a lot because everybody doesn't want to pay that $500 up front or pay that $500 for a drawing. So we just take it off at the end.
Pretty nice. So these are folks you work with typically. These are like long-term customers or anybody can do that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes it all depends on the project. You know, if it's our one-day makeover, we kind of do that too. We always got to start with something. Last thing I want to do is take a notepad or a piece of paper and sketch it down.
Well, I'm curious. So, how do people expect you're going to build something without a plan? Anyway,
you're absolutely right, because I gotta, turn it in the city. Not only that, I gotta husband and wife. They gotta walk through it and basically feel it before they buy it.
No, there's a value in the plan itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Geez, almighty. So. I got off the subject, but
no, I hear you.
Yeah, but it's like that's like really the most important thing, isn't it?
That's where we got to start, realistically.
Well, you got to start, but we have to. But it's also the most important thing, because if they can't do it.
Not only that, I would say I did.
I would never give them money off.
Right,
but that's the plan.
Right. But you know how many times if I design something that's $200,000 and their budget's...
Well, okay, no. If you're talking about a big, I mean, if it's worth it, okay, I understand that.
We did this job. It was over a year waiting for a swimming pool.
Oh, geez.
So he's like, you know what? I'm not waiting a year. I want this thing rolling. So we scratched that pool and we kind of went with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Good question. So do you design swimming pool areas too? I mean, is that part of it? I mean, you might not put it in the pool, but do you? Yeah,
well, let's just say you wanted us a 3D drawing. We'll talk about if you wanted a pool. We'll talk about a budget. What is your top versus your lowest? Okay. What do you want to spend? Because last thing I want to do is design something and you say, Tom, you're too expensive, or it's way too expensive. We need to, all right, let's say I'm too expensive. What's, 20 by 20, let's get that down to a 10 by 10.
Right.
We've got to fit your budget. And, price at the end of the day, that's what's going to help us out.
So Tom, I'll tell you what, if somebody's watching, like what is the time frame of these? And again, I know it depends on the size of the job, but if you're putting in a gazebo, is that something that can happen in 1 year? I mean, from the time you design it and build it, or is it a 2-year thing?
No, I mean, basically, let's just say we started talking in March.
Okay.
There's no reason, our longest hiccup is the cities. Then we
moving at the speed of government, which...
Absolutely. Right. So basically, it all depends. We can get moving as long as everything's moving in the process.
Okay.
I would say from when I meet you to at the end, at least 6 months.
Okay.
Depending on material.
But by the end of the season, I can probably, get something in.
Yeah, like a lot of my customers are talking to me in the summer and we're building in the spring.
Okay.
So, or they're, talking to me in the spring and we're building in the fall.
Yeah.
So it all depends. If we have a mild winter, I would like to continue working as much as possible.
Yeah, sure.
We can be installing pavers, we can be installing gazebos, decks. It all depends on Mother Nature.
Well, listen, if Mother Nature is saying, let's build in your backyard.
Absolutely. I'm the guy.
Talk to Tom here. Give him a call, and first thing you do is just have a consultation?
Absolutely. We got to start somewhere. And the consultation is number one. Number two is then come up with an idea, a sketch.
That's the fun part, huh?
I love doing that part.
All right. Get Tom on it.
Thank you.